But you have to understand this, because it's not about to go this way. If you want to be with me, and I'm not telling you you have to be,
right,
but this is the way that it's about to go. And if not, there's going to be issues. There's going to be problems. There's always going to be problems. And I just continue to let him know that. And he would run and he would go talk shit to his friends and talk stuff to his friends and try to, like, I guess, let loose still in a way. But I mean, once we were moved in together within the first 6 months, so once we're together, you can't do this, you can't spend that, you can't hang out 3-4 times a night. I don't care what they're doing. Like, I don't, like, it was a lot of stuff that I was like, it's just
standards,
not about to go
right?
down.
Yeah.
And a lot of times,
you can ask any one of my friends, they say DC don't take nothing. But she don't.
He just wanted to be around, like he said, people who would give him the other stuff, like who would be like, yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, let's go do this. Yeah, this is fun. Because real life, he was realizing, was not the fun. I was telling him, this is okay for you because you're high. This is okay for you because you go meet up one of your friends. They can't give you $50, but they're going to give you alcohol. Like, that's what's fun for you. And you're going to have a good time. But then think about, now you're around me when you're having a bad time, as you would think of it as. So you have to realize that, don't think of it as good and bad when really they're teaching you the real bad stuff to do. If you're spending your money here and then we're having money issues at home, and then you come in and we're arguing about it, but you don't argue with your friends where you spending the money at that we could have been using to not be arguing at home,
right, and
stuff like that. So
yeah, I used to go out and not notice where I spent the check at. Like, I can't even remember where I spent it at. I was so drunk.
Wow.
Like a whole $200, a whole, I helped this person who can't help us ever.
I'm always
bought a bottle. Oh, we bought another bottle. Like, when I say these are not, because his friends in Maryland, even though, sometimes they would be sober, they would be cool, whatever. When we got back to Philly, his friends in Philly were just, you can't have one bottle because there's 4 or 5 guys or whatever. So next thing you know, they go get the next bottle. And then when they're drunk, they're like, oh yeah, we need to keep this up. The drunkenness up. So the next thing you know, it's another bottle. And it's like, what for? And they would be so drunk and not even realize it. And I'm the smoker, so I'll be sitting there like looking like, y'all don't even know how lit y'all are for no reason, doing nothing. They would have sometimes those stuff that they would say they're gonna do, get drunk, not do it.
Not fulfilling. Well, what do you think was the root?
We all were running, and we really all was cool. Because mind you, we would just sit down and play the game. We would get drunk, play the game, and there would be great bonding moments because we would play the game as a team. We played basketball, but honestly, we all was going through so much in life. But one was going through confusion of being an adult because it was sheltered. Others just had so much problems in life that we was running, and that was like our safe haven from reality. It was me and people who understand my hurt, not talking about it, but sharing, drowning. But we don't want to do it alone. Better. It was an excuse to, again, not face the mirror, because we all were smart enough to realize that if we did what we was doing alone, we would look at ourselves. But when you have somebody else around you and was smiling and having a good time,
oh yeah, this is fun.
But you could tell we were drowning, because let us lose. Luckily, we was good at the game. Let us lose the game, it's anarchy, and now everybody's fighting with each other, literally fighting with each other. Now we all leaving mad. I would come home and tell my man, get it. Because it wasn't like I really want to hang out and have a good time. I was trying to run away. And that's what we are doing. You can see it now in our lives because we are now hitting a different level. Like, once we separated and started owning to our stuff, we are now having clearer patches in our life. So, yeah, that was just to run. Again, Like most of it was just a run in the beginning.
Do you think Charday brought you back to love? Like self-love and...
Definitely self-love. Definitely self-love. It's like, I hear a lot of younger kids, mind you, I coach at a school, so I hear a lot of young kids say, man, I don't care. I don't give a F about anything. But to actually be someone who didn't care about anything at all, it's only because I didn't love myself. And there's no way that if I knew what love was, you would have to have some sense of care, but literally anything could happen and it would be like the wind blowing. And because I didn't love myself enough to give to anybody or anything, which is why in the beginning I would post and talk. I didn't care. It has a lot to do with self-love, and that's why my ego was so high, because I had to overcompensate.
It wasn't so much that he just totally didn't care. It was like he would know what he cared about, and then just what he would do would be different depending on what he wanted at the time. And he thought that he could talk his way through, like, whatever I want right now is right now. And then whatever consequences come after, I'll handle those consequences. And if there's whatever consequence, like, I'll get past it however. It'll get handled however, type of thing. And I was like, okay, you want these consequences? I'll give you consequences. And I gave it to him, and I told him, you told me that this is who you was. So guess who you're about to be. And that's who he started to become. I was like, you're not about to keep telling me this if that's not what you're about to do. And then I had to tell him the same thing with other people. He was really like a big BSer. Like, he would tell all types of people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, with them, without them, all type of stuff. Like, just, yeah, let's do it. Like, all types of anything you could think of, yeah, he's there. So I'm like, you know, if you don't really want to do that, you could tell them, oh, well, they know me. And I'm like, but you want them to know that about you? You want that to be how they, like, think about you? Like, oh, yeah, he always say he coming, but he ain't coming. Like, you want people to think of that? So,
right.
Or you want somebody to think that you're going to help them, and then you don't. Like, I had to make him really, like he said, look in the mirror. Like, he had to think about how he was making other people feel, even though he didn't remember because he was drunk or whatever. Like, he wouldn't remember all the awkward or the bad or whatever. Like, other people are remembering those things, and that's what they are going to think of you. That's how they're going to treat you. And you want people to think highly of you. You don't want people to say, oh, yeah, well, I know he ain't coming. Like, because they're not just saying that about you and y'all are friends. They're saying that to the next person, too. And they're going to tell that to somebody who may have another opportunity, maybe like, oh, don't, because he ain't going to come or something like that. So a lot of that stuff had to go to.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure you got all your thoughts out. That's good. I appreciate that. Now, when it came to looking at Charday stuff, because the thing is with everybody got their stuff. Rated her from the other people after you saw the ugly side of her. Like, because everybody got their stuff.
Yeah, the ugly side of her, to me, is more, it's like, how can I explain it? It's always back to, she's the first person to actually just be chilling. That her ugly side comes out when it's usually, again, my fault. And then once I realized that, because her ugliness comes out from being pushed.
Anger.
Yeah. So, like, if I don't push it, she be chilling. Now, I give her a shopping list of what I hate when she gets angry, because, sorry, babe, but to be honest, I think her temper is her ugly. Like, she can be on go, and then she forgets sometimes that she's talking to me and not just anybody. But it gets there because I made her angry. It sucks because sometimes it don't take much to make her angry. Now it's not like she's on some bipolar, like I walked in, closed the door too hard, now she's angry. Like, no, it's to me. Maybe it's say she got my bad. Well, hold on, but say she got to tell me something more than 3 times. Like, hey yo, make sure you take your shoes off, put them up before you really come in the house. Make sure you take your shoes off, put them up. By the 4th time, it's no longer hey yo. It's like, yo, da 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 da. And to me, I'm separating days, so I'm like, I'm coming into the house like, why am I being attacked? Like, but to her, it's like, yo, this is the 4th time I told you. It just jumps from there. But this one of them. So anyway, to answer your original question, what separated her that caught my attention was she didn't really have too many friends.
No, the question was, how did you deal with my ugly?
No, the question was the separation, wasn't it? Either way, I'll answer both. Answer both. I'm still dealing with her ugly. I'm still trying to learn how to deal with her ugly. Every time we finish our argument, I got to take some time to myself because I'm just so frustrated by it because I'm be confused. And then I'm like, I mean, I get it, but I'm still confused. So I haven't dealt with her ugly. That's our next relationship goal.
Well, yeah, you probably... That's something that you would have to work on, right?
Yeah, I have been. I mean, it was worse before because I was physical. And I was way more angry because of the stuff that we were going through before. So, are we? You done got
better. No, we don't have to dive into it, but it's safe to say that you have progressed and worked on a part of you.
So bad, and then I was just like. Just bad, and I didn't feel it was that bad, and then I was just like, okay, well, I need to be less aggressive but still try to be assertive.
And because to a young lady, how would she notice that? Like, you could see you're aggressive and you see the results of it.
No, I didn't. He had to tell me because I felt like it was okay.
Okay.
I was like, I don't give a F. You're pissing me off.
Right.
I'm so tired of the same thing over and over and over again. So I didn't think that he had any, what's the word?
Say so.
Yeah, basically. And if I were to knock his head into the wall or something. So, but that was just like, the way I was getting out anger being, once I started being the housewife type of situation because I stopped working. And so I felt like, listen, I ain't your maid. You gotta, still be a man. I'm not. So a lot of that anger, like with me feeling like, oh, I could push you or I could do all this other stuff, was when I was repeating myself around the same things over and over and over and over and over again.
That's amazing.
She talks now. It's crazy? I can see her take deep breaths, and I don't ever give her credit for it in our arguments because, like, I still feel like, but she'll take a deep breath. She'll try to find a different way to say it, and it might not always work, but it's definitely an improvement.
That's awesome. I feel like this is going to have to be a part 2, mainly because we are, our time is wrapping up. But this was an awesome session, just understanding the heart of a female and the heart of a man, and dwelling with each other and deciding to move forward together. We'll tune in to part 2 and dive more into other questions that Charday and Blake would like to share.